بسم الله والحمد لله وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. ثم أما بعد، يعني في أهمية صلاة التراويح, the importance of doing Salat al-Taraweeh, and how some people, and a lot of us, probably all of us, are sad to the fact that we can't come to the masajid and do Salat al-Taraweeh. Unfortunately, some people care about Salat al-Taraweeh than they care about Salat al-Dhuhr or Salat al-Asr or Salat al-Fajr. Some people care and they want to do Salat al-Taraweeh in Ramadan, in the masajid, and they actually, maybe some of them don't really care about doing Salat al-Dhuhr. Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask you about the obligatory things, and He will not really ask you about the optional, the volunteering things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask those people, did you do Salat al-Dhuhr and Salat al-Asr or not? But Salat al-Taraweeh is optional. If you do it, inshallah you get hasanat. If you don't do it, you don't get anything. It's not haram not to do it. Basically, the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, what happened is that he prayed it, Salat al-Taraweeh. And the first night he prayed, and people came after him, and they prayed behind him. And it said the second في حديث صلى الله عليه وسلم, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, like he prayed with the people the first night, and then people prayed with him. The second night he prayed, people came behind him, more people. The third night he stopped. He did not come out of his room to the masjid to pray. And even they said in the fourth night, and then they were wondering why, Ya Rasulullah. So the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Inni khashitu an tufrad alaykum. I'm afraid it will be obligated on you. So he stopped, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And that's why Aisha, she said that the Prophet ﷺ would leave or would not do something good even though he loves to do it, because he was afraid, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that people will do the same as he did, and then Allah will make it obligatory on the people to do it. So the Prophet ﷺ, even though he loved to do these ibadat, let's say, Taraweeh, but because he was afraid that Allah might make it obligatory on the people, and the people cannot do it, then they end up getting in problem and doing haram and being, sinful. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ stopped doing Salat al-Taraweeh, and then Abu Bakr did not do it. Not until Umar came, and then he saw people in the masjid, people praying there, two people, a group praying there, a group praying there, someone praying by himself. So he said to himself, why can't we make one imam? So he gathered everybody, behind one imam, and then he continued the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Because at the time of Umar, no more tashri'. That's it. Nothing new will come into religion, because the Prophet ﷺ already passed away, and the tashri' only was on prophets, and they convey that message to the people. But Umar ibn al-Khattab, he saw the Prophet ﷺ doing it, and then so he revived that sunnah, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of the Taraweeh. So again, it's a sunnah. It's not obligatory things to do. So we should be concerned about our obligatory salah, and our obligatory siyam, and our obligatory zakah, and our obligatory action that we have to do. So if you are worried, or some people worried about, Taraweeh, we should be worried about, the Dhuhr and the Asr and the Maghrib and the Isha and the Fajr. Are we doing the Siyam the right way? Are we doing the Salah the right way? But unfortunately, a lot of people get into this social habit of coming together in the masajid in Ramadan, and it's a fun time. Yes, it's a beautiful time. It's a good worship time. But again, we need to focus on the obligatory actions And also we can pray, our salawat al-taraweeh at home. The Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith, خير صلاة الرجل في بيته إلا المكتوبة. The best of the salah of a man in his house, except the obligatory salah, because he has to do in the masjid. So, and he says, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, pray in your houses. Do not make your houses graveyards. It doesn't mean that you come all the way every time in the masjid. You can pray the furud, the obligatory salawat in the masjid, but when you go home, you do the sunnah. You do the sunnah over there. Part of that is you do the Taraweeh, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with your families, with your kids, and revive the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sit with your family, read Quran, study the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, do salawat al-Taraweeh there, do Qiyam al-Layl there. It's a strong sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from us. We ask Allah azza wa jal to save us from the hellfire and to grant us al-Jannah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to gather us with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in al-Firdaus al-A'la, and all our parents and all the Muslimin. Amin ya Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.